What's up everybody, it's RobinGaming here. Now, it's been a year already since I did my Looking Back series, for those of you that were subscribed at that time that do still remember it. And what actually really surprised me about that series is how much people enjoyed it, how many people had asked me if I ever, was gonna return with a series like that, if I would ever make a season 2 or something like that. And I think today is going to be that day that I will bring it back. However, I will bring it back with a few changes as well. Now, it's not gonna be this 5 to 10 minute episode that it's fully scripted with me looking up all these facts about the game or something like that, which is what the Looking Back series was all about the last time. No, this time around I'm just gonna be picking one single game, most likely, though I can sometimes pick a franchise or maybe multiple games, and talk about those from a really personal perspective, how I really experienced those games, what they meant for me. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to be doing the next couple of weeks. I don't know how many episodes I'm gonna make. I'm just gonna look at games that I really want to talk about, that I played in the past, that I had some noticeable experiences with, that's really noteworthy for me to talk about actually. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And the first episode, which I'm going to be kicking it off with today, is going to be about The Last of Us. And why did I choose for The Last of Us? Because I actually recently played it again, and I think many people have actually been asking me questions about my reactions to that franchise, my reactions to the game when it came out, because yeah, I didn't really seem to like it as much as many people did back in the day when it came out. So to kind of like talk to you about the history with that game. Now, when The Last of Us was first announced, which was about 1.5 years before it came out, so I think that was at the end of 2011 when Uncharted 3 came out, I had a double feeling about that. On one side, I really felt like this is gonna be awesome, Naughty Dog is making another big game. On the other side, however, I thought, wow, Uncharted 3 could have been a much better game had they been working on that with their full team, because obviously they hadn't. They had already been working on The Last of Us for quite a significant time, ever since Uncharted 2 was released. So where I wanted Uncharted 3 to be even better than the second one, it ultimately wasn't that, and I realized that, that was basically the case because of The Last of Us. Now, that being said, I was really looking forward to the game. Once again, it is a Naughty Dog game. I'm a huge fan of the studio. I knew the game was going to be awesome. It was going to be the next big thing. I had all these preparations because I just thought, The Last of Us should be the game I should really be focusing on with my channel, with all these Uncharted fans. I'm sure they're also looking forward to The Last of Us. And so was I. But then the game came out at a really, I think for me personally, with a really bad timing. Not necessarily for everyone, because it came out in the summer, nobody was really playing anything, and therefore everybody picked up The Last of Us and saw how amazing that game was. For me though, that wasn't really the case, and there's basically two reasons why I never really received that game as good as many other people did. One reason is because next gen was right around the corner, and I had really gotten tired of my PlayStation 3. I've said that a couple of times in videos, that I really wasn't, I wasn't enjoying my PS3 as much anymore as I was, back 3 to 4 years ago, when I really played those real next-gen games, if you know what I mean. The other, so I was really looking forward to the PS4. I was getting tired of my PS3, but the other reason was also that I just didn't seem to find The Last of Us as much of a leap over anything else than many people thought it was, because all the things I read about that game and all the things people were saying about the game was that it was an amazing experience, that storytelling had once again been brought to the next level, that this was a huge step, character development, even gameplay, the multiplayer was great, and although I could definitely relate, to those opinions, I thought the game was amazing. I played it, thought it was absolutely incredible. I gave the game a 9.6 in my review, but at the same time, I never felt like it was that much of a leap. I actually thought that the leap had been made with a game like Uncharted 2. When that game came out, Uncharted 2, it is still my favorite game of the last generation, probably of all time, that I ever played, because at that point I thought they actually brought storytelling, characters, set pieces, hell, it even had a great multiplayer mode. They brought that all to the next level. It was truly a next-gen game at that point for the PlayStation 3, the first one that I really played. And therefore, I really thought myself, that The Last of Us actually wasn't that much of a step, because I had already experienced that step with Uncharted 2. And I thought that The Last of Us, quality-wise, might have been actually better than Uncharted 2, but at the same time, like I said, it wasn't that step. It wasn't what I really hoped for. It wasn't the huge leap I had personally hoped for. That being said, it is probably one of the best games on the PlayStation 3. It is probably one of the best games of the generation. But it will always be, for me personally, that I think that Uncharted 2 was really the best game of last generation. And I will keep saying that simply because, you know, I just really was blown away at that point. When that game came out, I thought, wow, this is gaming brought to the next level. But yeah, I mean, The Last of Us was a great game. I just didn't enjoy it as much. I remember making only a few videos about it really at the point when it came out, like maybe, you know, about 10 in total or something, whereas Uncharted I have covered for a full year on my channel, you know, and I'm actually still doing it with Uncharted 4. I also think that the franchise The Last of Us is just not as exciting for me personally as Uncharted is. I like the genre Uncharted is in more, even though I'm a big fan of post-apocalyptic stories. You know, I don't know what it is, but I just simply like the characters and the humor in Uncharted more, and I like probably the gameplay a bit more, because it's a bit more, you know, action-packed, whereas The Last of Us is a bit more, you know, stealth. Not really that much of a fan of it personally, but yeah, I mean, what I have to say is that because, you know, I totally thought, you know, to myself that I just didn't you know, I didn't enjoy the game as much as I probably should have, and at the same time I really felt bad about that as well, because, you know, I thought by myself, you know, I should give this game even more of a chance really, even though I thought it was amazing. And so, you know, with the PS4 now being out, we were kind of in this dry period about 2 months ago. I kind of played everything there was to play, and I thought, yeah, I mean, now it's not really a busy period, I have nothing to do right now, the PlayStation 4 has been out, not really able to play anything on that anymore, so I thought, why not play The Last of Us? And I actually beat it twice, and although I can't repeat myself enough by saying that I have always thought it was a fantastic game, and I still, you know, still fully have that opinion, I do notice that I did come to appreciate the game even more. With me playing it 2 more times now, really enjoying it, having nothing to worry about anymore when playing that game, or thinking, you know, wow, it isn't really that much of a step as I had hoped, or the PS4 is coming out, I'm more looking forward to that, or, you know, anything like that. I was now purely playing it as a game should be played, you know, just, you know, sitting on my couch or on my bed or my chair, playing the game, having a great time, and experiencing the amazing story that it offers once more. And yeah, I mean, that's basically my conclusion for the game. I still think it is amazing. My personal experience has definitely improved. I just came to appreciate the game more. I am more looking forward to a The Last of Us 2 now. Even, you know, many people are saying there isn't going to be a The Last of Us 2. I am 100% sure of it. I actually even think it is going to be Naughty Dog's next game. You know, when Uncharted 4 is finished, you'll see The Last of Us 2 being announced for sure. I definitely expect that, and I'm looking forward even more to it than I was before. And yeah, I mean, on PS4 it's going to look amazing. It's going to be incredible for sure. Hopefully with Uncharted 4 and The Last of Us, they can once again bring this huge step, because for me, the best game of the generation defines the game that blew me away at first, that I thought was an incredible experience that I had never experienced before. Uncharted 2 was that to me. The Last of Us was that in a smaller way, although many people experienced to be that in a bigger way, probably because they maybe didn't play Uncharted 2, or maybe they just thought The Last of Us was a better game. I mean, we all have our personal opinions, so I totally understand that. For me, Uncharted 2 was that, but The Last of Us was a great game. So with that being said, this was my first episode of the Looking Back series. Season 2 probably is what I should call it. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any games you want me to talk about. Personally, I'm really thinking about talking about Red Dead Redemption, or maybe the Skate franchise, or Mirror's Edge, some of these other games that really meant a lot to me in the past. And with that being said, like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and for now I'd like to thank you a lot for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.